A ghost from the other side is trying to kill three sisters. Why is the enraged spirit seeking revenge? Don't miss out. The psychics will expose the ruthless killer. Welcome to Psychic Investigations, a channel of exclusively shocking true stories. People who call themselves clairvoyants investigate high-profile criminal cases and astonishing mystical anomalies. Ukraine, a hill in one of the southern cities that is considered a place of power. Zhanna Shulakova and Yaroslava Fedorova are here to perform a cleansing ritual for their ritual items. After the ritual, the clairvoyants return to the van waiting for them in a nearby courtyard. Suddenly, a noise and a scream come from the window of a residential building.
There's someone's spirit there.
Shall we enter? What's your name?
Hanna.
What happened here?
I still have goosebumps.
This young woman's name is Hanna. She says that her usually calm cat went insane and started hissing wildly, and then she darted out the window.
I was shocked.
At that moment, woman also saw a shadow in front of her.
It was dark and terrifying. I couldn't move or breathe. I couldn't do anything.
Hanna is 23, and she's a shop assistant. She lives in this apartment with her husband. According to Hanna, her life has recently turned into hell, and she's constantly being pursued by someone from the other world.
I can't sleep at night because I feel someone breathing next to me and touching me.
It was a killer spirit. I realized that if we didn't intervene, it would end badly for Hanna.
The spirit grabs her by the throat and strangles her.
This has happened more than once. Something strangles me and doesn't let me wake up. I have marks on my neck.
The spirit is bound to you and it poses danger to you. I hear an engine rumbling. It's something.
It was a car.
It turned out that not long ago, Hanna and her husband Valery were driving home from work, and she also saw a dark silhouette at an intersection ahead.
It was something black, shaped as a human.
At that moment, the car door suddenly opened by itself. It was the door on Hanna's side.
I heard the click followed by her scream.
Right before her husband's eyes, his wife fell out of the car onto the road at full speed. Valery slammed on the brakes.
You felt as if someone shoved you, right?
Yes, something really threw me out of the car. I fell and hit my head.
I jumped out, picked her up, and dragged her back into the car.
I woke up in the ambulance, covered in blood. I had a fracture of the right temporal bone. I only survived by a miracle.
My goodness, you saw the spirit in a dream. It was a woman.
She had black hair and was wearing a white robe. Please help me. I beg you.
The psychics go to the van to get their cards and ritual items.
I had a terrifying vision. I saw a man completely covered in blood. He was murdered. And there was a woman with a knife standing next to him.
Was that Hanna?
I didn't see her face, but the energy was very similar.
I saw a dead woman holding two huge dogs on a leash. And they were trying to attack someone.
I had a dream of two big black dogs. They were chasing me, and it was terrible.
Who is that woman? I don't understand. She deprived me, and I'll deprive her.
Maybe Hanna took something from this spirit? I hear words. The gift. The gift.
You possess something that belongs to someone else.
It was a gift. Dare per favore. It's in Italian. Have you been to Italy?
No, it's from Valeri's mother. She lives in Italy.
It turned out that Hanna's mother-in-law moved to Italy, and she sends gifts to her son and daughter-in-law from there.
Look, metal.
Let me show you. Here.
A dead person's energy. Can I ask someone to look up the translation of this phrase? Dare per favore.
What language is it?
Italian.
The phrase translates as, please give.
The earrings used to belong to a woman who's now dead.
Italians. The deceased owner of this jewelry didn't wish Hanna harm. She just wanted her earrings back.
Where did your mother-in-law get them?
She often buys things at flea markets.
Hanna's mother-in-law unintentionally gave her a dead person's jewelry, but we had to return the earrings to their owner.
The woman lived by the sea, and the best way to return her earrings is to throw them into the sea.
Hold them into the water. What's this?
Quiet. Quiet.
Yaroslava, don't touch it.
Wait. The snake is a mediator between the worlds of the dead and the living. I saw a woman next to it. She came to say that she was taken away. She's of average height. She has fair blonde hair. Do you know who this could be?
Maria, my sister. I lost 2 sisters. Maria died first, and then Zhanna.
This is horrific. Hanna's both sisters died from sudden cardiac arrest when they were young.
I was so shocked that I couldn't recover for a long time.
Both sisters felt absolutely fine, and neither of them ever complained about her heart.
Maria is telling me, save them all, or they will follow us. Who does she mean by all?
I have 2 more sisters.
Can you call both of them and arrange a meeting?
Of course.
Hanna calls her sisters, who live in the same city, and within half an hour, she and the clairvoyants are already at the house of the youngest sister, Yulia. The elder sister is expected to arrive soon.
Hello.
Yulia is 19. She's married and studying to be a pharmacist. 6 months ago, she gave birth to a son.
We sense a woman's spirit is hunting you and your sisters.
And you feel her.
Yes, I do. It gives me goosebumps.
Your son feels her too.
He sees her. He sees her. I'm deeply worried for my son.
The situation is similar to yours. Did you also have an accident?
Last summer, my husband and I were driving on the ring road, and the car almost overturned.
Yulia suffered a terrible head injury and almost lost an eye.
Help us, please.
The woman is mad at someone from your family for some reason.
Meanwhile, Yulia and Hanna's elder sister joins them. Olena is 30. She has a husband and 2 children and works as a hotel administrator.
You also feel some evil presence.
Yes. Help us, please.
Were you also hurt in an accident, just like your sisters?
I was hit by a bus. It ran over me. It just dragged me along the road, tearing my flesh. The doctor said they needed to amputate my leg. They also said I wouldn't be able to have children, but they did the impossible to save my legs, and I have 2 wonderful children.
Both Maria and Zhanna had accidents too.
The cards showed me that the woman's spirit started haunting the sisters back when they lived with their parents. But what I saw next shocked me deeply.
Did your mother abandon you?
She said, "Be damned," looking me, Maria, and the late Zhanna in the faces.
I felt that the sisters and their mother shared no bond that should normally exist between a mother and her children.
We grew up in an orphanage.
Wait, but your father and mother are alive.
The Child Protective Services took us because they didn't take care of us at all.
We were starving. We often had nothing to eat.
When the younger sisters were sent to the orphanage, 19-year-old Olena was already living separately. She had married early to escape her family. The older sisters, Maria and Zhanna, also had their own families. The younger ones had it the worst. Hanna was 12 at the time, and Yulia was only 8.
I remember moments at the orphanage when I cried and said to Hanna, "Hanna, I want mom and dad. Where are mom and dad?" And she would say, "There are no mom and dad. Go to sleep."
I see a hand swinging at you and grabbing your hair like this, and then the hair falls to the ground. What is this?
She cut my hair, the orphanage director. I never told anyone about this.
Hanna says the orphanage was a real hell for her and her sister. The children were punished for no reason, right in front of others, because the director didn't like the tone in which the Hanna spoke to her.
She wanted to make you kneel in front of everyone.
I didn't kneel, and it infuriated her. She beat me and beat me. When she saw I wasn't crying, she took the scissors, grabbed my hair, and cut it all off, leaving me with a boy's haircut. The regime there was worse than in prison. I kid you not.
Did you attempt to run away?
Yes, on foot, wearing slippers and a nightgown, in February.
It's 30 kilometers from the city.
I remember it like it was yesterday. We stood there freezing, and Mom opened the door, and then she called a car and sent us back.
Here's what your mother's busy with: drinking.
She never visited us, not even once.
Your father loved you a lot.
He would say we were his dearest things.
If it weren't for your mother, he would have taken you all home, and it would have been a proper family.
Yes, when we were taken to the orphanage, he said, "I want to take you back so much, but I can't right now."
Your mother wouldn't let him do it.
Yes,
I sensed that the sister's father was completely dependent on his wife, and the mother didn't let him take the children because they interfered with her living the way she wanted. But your father is no longer alive.
yes, we still love him and always will.
He visits you in your dreams. He wants to tell you about this evil force.
He appeared in my and Yulia's dreams. I've had this dream twice. He said, "You must know the secret." But what secret did he mean?
What was his name?
Volodymyr.
And at that moment, I got a vision. I saw the father, still young, standing by a motorcycle. Their mother saw him. She pointed at him and said, "He will be mine."
Olena, the eldest sister, says that's exactly how their parents met. Their father came to visit his relatives in the village where their mother lived at the time.
Dad, wearing a leather jacket, rode his motorcycle there, and the girls gathered around, all saying, "What a guy." And Mom came out and said, "He will be mine."
And then he changed and became an entirely different person, as if he were bewitched.
It really seemed like he was bewitched.
A love spell affects a man.
Like poison.
The man starts drinking and can't see his woman's real self adequately, and he does whatever she tells him to do.
Yes, he loved her madly. She was very mean to him, but he would be like, "Natalia, my dear baby."
I can't understand why he loved her so much. She humiliated him, and she destroyed him morally.
A love spell often binds an entity or spirit to a person, and this otherworldly force can haunt not only the person it was cast on, but also their relatives. Perhaps the spirit of the woman hunting the sisters is the result of the love spell their mother cast on their father.
At that moment, I saw the dead woman from my dream again. She was lying bloodied on the road, and I heard her say a very strange phrase. "I am looking for the one who's hovering in the darkness," and only at the end of the investigation did I understand who she was talking about.
We need to see if your mother actually cast the spell on your father. Do you know where she is?
Yes, we communicate with her, but not as closely as we would like, so let's go.
The sister's mother is currently at work, but within half an hour, the psychics are already near the hotel where she works.
Good evening.
Hello, Natalia.
Hanna's mother looks like an ordinary woman. You would never guess she abandoned her children. But looking at her, I somehow saw a bloody knife in her hands. There is blood on your hands. Are you a murderer?
I killed my husband, yes.
Natalia and her husband were celebrating New Year's Eve at her sister's place. After midnight, the relatives went to greet their neighbors, leaving the couple alone, and they started arguing.
He started beating me, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't calm him down, so I pushed him away with a knife.
What's that supposed to mean?
I stabbed him and he fell.
I saw a man completely covered in blood. He was murdered, and there was a woman with a knife standing next to him.
There was one stab. I quickly called an ambulance and the police, and they arrived and took us both away.
Lies. A tug on the clothes, a struggle, and 2 direct stabs. One here and the other one here. That's a lot of blood. But he could have been saved.
I called the ambulance immediately.
You ran away to hide and
Who found him?
Our aunt.
It turned out that when the aunt and her husband returned to their apartment, the girl's mother wasn't there, and Volodymyr was lying on the floor, bleeding. The hosts immediately called their nieces.
She said, "Your mom killed your dad and ran away." Naturally, I was stunned. And then she said, "He's still breathing. He can still be saved." I called an ambulance.
However, the man died on the way to the hospital. Natalia has claimed all these years that her husband attacked her out of jealousy and she was only defending herself. But the daughters still don't believe that their father could have hurt their mother.
Dad wasn't like that. He would never have done that.
Let's not judge me. I've already served my time for this.
It's useless to talk to her. If she had at least repented, we would have forgiven her.
Hanna, what do you mean?
We simply want you to apologize to us for our horrible childhood and for Dad.
You took away Dad, you see?
What are you trying to say?
you've been running all your life.
Away from your children and from your conscience.
That's enough.
This woman still doesn't understand anything. Our psychic abilities won't help here. There's no ritual that can bring back a mother to her daughters.
But still, did Natalia cast a love spell on her husband? No, she didn't. He really loved her very much.
Then, whose spirit is driving these young women to despair?
The woman's spirit is avenging the death of a young man.
Did any one of you lose her boyfriend?
He's hanged.
Our eldest sister did.
Zhanna. Her boyfriend hanged himself.
How old was he?
20.
But why is he hanging above you?
I was first to find him. I was 5.
Did he do it at your home?
Yes.
It turned out that Snezhana's boyfriend, Petro, came to talk about something with her mother. When Snezhana returned home from work at around 10 in the evening, her mother wasn't home, but her boyfriend was hanging from the chandelier in the middle of the room. Little Hanna, who had woken up to get some water, was standing next to him.
I still remember his sneakers dangling like it was yesterday. First I thought, why is he flying? And then I started screaming.
I am looking for the one who's hovering in the darkness. Then I realized that the dead woman from my vision was talking about Petro.
He had a very unpleasant conversation with your mother. You won't step over me, and we don't need you here.
Because he was an orphan.
Yes, he was an orphan.
You have nothing, go away.
My God, he wanted to marry your sister. Petro was going to propose to Snezhana, but her mother strongly disapproved of the marriage.
He came to propose to Snezhana, but I said I'm against it. And you won't step over me.
I see it now. The sisters are being haunted by Petro's mother because due to his suicide, she can't reunite with him as they are in different worlds.
And his mother's death? It was related to a vehicle.
After the psychic's investigation, our journalists found out that the mother of Zhanna's fiancé indeed died under the wheels of a car while riding her bicycle to work. Her son was only 12 years old at the time.
The sisters are being taken by the dead boy's mother. She directs her rage at them, which is why I saw her with the furious dogs. This woman suffers in the afterlife without her son, whom she loved very much. She has already killed 2 sisters and is now hunting the other 3 to avenge their mother. She wants Natalia to be left without her children and to suffer as she does.
Poor thing. She doesn't understand from the other world that your mother won't feel that.
She doesn't understand how it's even possible not to love your child.
No, we don't understand it either.
How can we protect ourselves from her now? Will you help us?
For the spirit summoning ritual, we took herbs collected on the sacred hill in the morning. Since your mother didn't kneel, I'll do it for her. Please come to us and forgive her. She's here.
Please forgive our mother for all the trouble she caused, to us and to you.
It's not our fault.
She accepted the apology.
Her spirit is gone.
Thank you so much.
We want to say a big, big thank you and give you a hug.
What an unbelievable story. So much grief within a single family. If it touched you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Many more amazing stories are coming up.